time a YouTuber, a major YouTuber, does something that they don't like, they'll make sure they do an article on it. Because we got to keep them in line. But when it affects them and they want to cover their ass, they'll have zero problems, not a goddamn problem, abusing the same system. If it benefits them, they'll abuse it. But a YouTuber's, oh man, PewDiePie, he endorsed someone that may be pro-fascism. And PewDiePie said, I just didn't know. I remember the whole thing with that. I just didn't know. Look, I took out his endorsement. I edited it out. I just didn't see some of his videos. Any single time they could call out a YouTuber, they have no problem with it. But when they need to abuse the same system to cover their own asses, like abusing copyright, they'll do it. Well, guess what? It didn't benefit you, Vox. It bit you in the ass, and now more people are going to know about that terrible Verge video, and they're going to know about what you did to try to cover it up. You abused the copyright system to try to sweep it under the rug. This, Vox Media, and to all the other mainstream media companies out there, is why there are so many people that hate you. It isn't because you're large corporations. They hate you because you do crap like this, and you think you can get away with it due to your financial backing and your influence. And thankfully, this time it didn't work, and YouTube sided with us, the creators, and us, the community, and I'm glad they did.
Or in the order. That's how shit matters.
It is. I'm going slow.
There you go.
There is information about this vehicle.
Wait.
Video is not available.
So yeah, some were deleted. See when they're deleted.
Some were deleted.
Right, so
those were probably from like 5 fucking years ago.
All right. So Review Tech sexually assaulted someone. DSP Gaming.
Gee, I wonder why I flagged that down. I don't know.
Look at the name. E-begging. Manipulates and damage control response video.
ReviewTech, who is Anna Doyle? I see people mentioning her in the chat.
That is a dude.
I will host 2 patron-only streams a month where I stream games and answer your questions. Okay, my Patreon has stayed at over $1,000. It's time to award my supporters with the patron-only stream I promised. More details to follow this week.
With the stream guys, in terms of doing like an exclusive stream for patrons, I don't know if I know I put that on there. I don't know if I want to do that because I feel like I just feel like I'm being unfair to the rest of my subscribers, and that what that Patreon is doing is helping me, allowing me to make the content that I want to give you guys instead of just worrying about, okay, I have to censor myself or not talk about a story because it's too controversial, which it has been doing. But I'm kind of in the same boat as Jim Sterling, who has a way more successful Patreon than I do. But it still holds true that it's there to support the show, and I don't like putting anything behind paywalls. I don't think it's fair. And making rewards tiers is just unrealistic because I know I would not have the time to keep up with them. And it would just be a bunch of promises they wouldn't be able to keep, and that wouldn't be fair either.
I will host 2 patron-only streams a month where I stream games and answer your questions. Okay, my Patreon has stayed at over $1,000. It's time to award my supporters with the patron-only stream I promised. More details to follow this week.
With the stream, guys, in terms of doing like an exclusive stream for patrons, I don't know if I know I put that on there. I don't know if I want to do that because I feel like I just feel like I'm being unfair to the rest of my subscribers, you know, and you know that what that Patreon is doing is helping me, allowing me to make the content that I want to give you guys instead of just worrying about, okay, I have to censor myself or not talk about a story because it's too controversial, which it has been doing. But I just always, I'm kind of in the same boat as Jim Sterling, who has a way more successful Patreon than I do. But it still holds true that it's there to support the show, and I don't like putting anything behind paywalls. I don't think it's fair. And making reward tiers is just unrealistic because I know I would not have the time to keep up with them, and it would just be a bunch of promises I wouldn't be able to keep, and that wouldn't be fair either. Patreon, but I was like, oh, I used to get all these subs, and now I don't. You guys should give me $1 to my Patreon. I can't pay my bills. My fiance had to get a job. Like, that's not your subs problem. That's not your subs problem. Why are you making your problems your subscribers' problem? They don't care. Like, we'll look at the Social Blade right now. I always find these numbers fascinating because it tells you a lot about things. But YouTube's sub count is accurate. How much you make on YouTube from Social Blade, totally inaccurate. Totally inaccurate because they have no way of knowing. But let's look at DSP's thing. Like, I don't know how. I know, obviously, I'll tell you again. It was funny. People used to try to troll me. Oh, Rich, you ain't making shit on YouTube because I see what Social Blade, when it comes to your earnings, knows fuck all. But I would say when it comes to views and subs, they're pretty damn accurate. Okay? Like, they'll have a day that they're off, but they correct it the next day. They'll, like, take away views to make sure your view count's accurate. I don't know, but so I know from those numbers about what he's making, and I know his contract wasn't renegotiated, so he makes less with Machinima. Which, why the fuck is he still signed to Machinima? He ain't making shit, even with Patreon. I don't know how he's paying a mortgage. I have no idea. But his Patreon, what does he make? Let me look now. I know how much generally he's making, like $1,200 a month, even with what he's making off of YouTube. And I know his other channels don't really do views. I've looked at them. I don't know how he's paying a mortgage. I have no idea. I don't know what his girlfriend does. No, I'm not setting up a Patreon. I'm not. And this Patreon campaign that I'm doing is something that I probably should have started and stuck to years ago. The only tier I have is one, and it's $1 a month. Give $1 a month. No, I'm not setting up a Patreon. I'm not.
This is a video that I'm not really a fan of making because it gives someone attention that I don't want to give attention to, but due to the severity of the claims being made, I have to, so here we go. So there's a video out there by a jackass that I'm not going to name, I'm sure you'll be easily able to find it, saying that I backed out of my Patreon promises, which there was only one, and the one I had where if I hit a certain goal, which is over 1,000 a month, I would do patron-only live streams, 2 a month. And when I first started my Patreon, I didn't want to have any goals. Okay, I didn't want to put anything behind paywalls. I thought paywalls were wrong to do because people support you in different ways, and to keep some of your content behind paywalls, I feel it's like disrespecting people who subscribe to you. But as my Patreon started to grow, I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll do something where it's like a patron only stream. So I said, all right, a couple months back, I said, okay, I'll have a couple streams a month for patrons only. But even with that, I went back and forth because I wasn't sure that I wanted to put anything behind paywalls because I feel like that's disrespecting your other subscribers. But mid-March, I was like, you know what? I promised it. Let me follow through. And on my Patreon, if you're a patron, you would see this. So for the people making the videos, you're not patrons, so you don't know what's going on. Mark from Classic Gamer complained about the same thing. Everyone has conspiracies, but if you're not a patron, you don't see some of the posts. On March 17th, I said starting April, I would have 2 patron-only streams. March 27th, because I had to check with fiance and other stuff, I promised that the following Friday or the upcoming Friday, I would announce dates and times of those 2 patron-only streams in April. And like I promised on Friday, I said with the dates and times of those 2 streams, they'll be in April. And on top of it, I made these announcements before these exposed videos came out, so it wasn't me damage controlling. So don't listen to this garbage. It's a pile of shit. It's not real, and it's just people trying to tarnish and damage my reputation because they simply are obsessed with me and can't. There's a lot of people out there, and generally you're right, that say, hey, Rich, you shouldn't upload a video to YouTube regarding the whole thing going on with Patreon. It's just going to create more drama, blah, 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 blah. And 99% of the time, you're 100% right. I'm not saying blah, 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 blah in terms of in a demeaning fashion. You're right. But there's certain times, just like what happened with Unbox Therapy, where he was being accused of not actually doing giveaways, where you have to say something. This piece of shit's video got tens of thousands of views, and it's straight up fucking lies that I can prove with documented screen cap evidence. I can't have something out there like that I'm swindling my patrons when it's factually not true. I can't just let that go. It would be dangerous to let that go. So yes, most cases, if not virtually all of them, you're right. With something like this, as damaging as this, and something that I can easily disprove and debunk with screen cap factual evidence, I got to come through on. And I think you guys will be understanding of that. Now, the video is called ReviewTechUSA Undelivered Patreon Reward Promises. But when you try to make me seem like I'm being a thief, I got to step in and say something, especially when I have documented evidence proving that I'm not. And what this person is trying to do is say that because I didn't do my live streams, or was not going to do my live streams, or I am not going to do my live streams, that I am trying to swindle my patrons. Now, his video came out on March 31st, and I have evidence proving that he's completely fucking wrong. And it's going to be fun. Let's go take a look at it. The original post about patron-only streams came out on March 17th. And this is what it has to say. Patron-only live streams start in April. As promised, when I reached the 1,000-a-month goal, I would have 2 patron-only streams a month. At first, I was debating doing this because I have concerns about putting goals behind paywalls, which is true. But 2 streams a month isn't keeping my other followers from my content. We'll play some games and have a good time. More details and dates and times will follow later this month. Thanks for your support, and I'm looking forward to this. Then my next update regarding my patron-only streams was still days before this exposed video was made about me. Patron-only live stream announcement coming Friday. Hey, patrons, just wanted to let you know I will announce the dates and times for the patron-only live stream starting in April this Friday, 3/31. This was all done before there were any exposed videos about me. So I didn't do this to damage control, and here is the proof. So can I get some apologies? I'll hold my breath and wait.
His name is Richard Masucci, and he sexually assaulted me